Hey up guys, S-Man, back at it again for a brand new Horizons review. Now, this has been a big week because we got a big Horizons episode, just in terms of everything. A really good one too, along with the DLC, which at the point of recording this video, I have not finished. I just started to fight the BB League, so we'll see where I get there and when that video of me reviewing it will come out. But yeah, let's get right into that review. Alright, this episode picks up right where last week did, but from Amithio's perspective. Amithio and the gang have arrived in, I don't know what region this is, but wherever they were finding Lapras. And then, yeah, he basically goes to attack Rayquaza, which this scene is sick, where like all the Volt Tacklers, like Liko grandmother, Roy, Liko, and Freed are just watching Rayquaza. They're like yelling toward it, trying to get its attention and want to like call it down here so they can like reclaim it. And then the Amithio just pulls up with the Ultra Ball out, screaming, "I'm gonna catch you!" And then he fights it. Now this fight goes by quickly, and it's actually a really sick scene of Amithio like just straight getting rocked. Like he lands one hit, does absolutely nothing, and Rayquaza just continuously shoots Scarlet into a freaking boulder structure, like Dragon Pulse after Dragon Pulse, while like the entire Volt Tappers are trying to get out of there because they can get in the way. So yeah, like Murdoch is like calling them to get in the ship. Roy is trying to like call Rayquaza to him, and Freed just jumps in and saves him from like a Draco meteor that almost hits him. That scene was pretty sick, and just this whole like thing was just intense. But yeah, Amithio gets rocked. I love that. I think it's so funny that he just pulls up. It's Amithio, and like they're all freaking out, and he just gets rocked. It's actually hilarious. Amithio only takes L's, and I kind of think that's funny. But yeah, Liko almost gets hit by one of the Draco meteors, but that's when Terapagos goes into its true form. And I think that's very funny that it's the same week as the DLC coming out. I just think that lines up perfectly. But yeah, I haven't played that part of the game where it becomes its true form. I know the context of where, how, and why, and even like seeing its Terra state, the final Terra state of it. But yeah, I haven't like experienced it myself. But yeah, it turns into this, sends him Rayquaza off. Amithio gets mad and just dips. Yeah, it was nice seeing Amithio again, just for him to get rocked. I don't like, however, that the Explorers have just been like a rotating door. Like we'll get episodes with nothing happening, and then out of nowhere, oh, Amithio's here, and then the rest of the Explorers just show up. Like how Amithio was there for the Moltres, disappeared for the actual Moltres fight, showed up and saying, "I'm gonna get the pendant at the end," and then like when he actually is fighting the pendant, the dude, I forgot his name. Sorry guys. Coral or Sango and Onyx just show up and just start fighting the Volt Tacklers. Or when we got that whole period where Amithio was just missing, hunting down Rayquaza and just randomly like ran into them again. But yeah. After this, Roy's upset that he couldn't catch Rayquaza, which is then Freed consult him about. Then Liko and her grandmother talk about Terapagos and Rayquaza and what they just saw. But sadly, because of its fight with Rayquaza, Terapagos is now injured, and Molly has been looking after it for the rest of the episode. We then get this nice little scene of Liko's grandmother and Freed actually having a conversation about what happened with Rayquaza, Terapagos, and the journeys they've been on so far. Ends with her revealing that she will be leaving the Volt Tacklers soon. And then we get this cool shot of the horizons opening up and like her deciding she's gonna leave the Lucian hunt for Liko and Roy. It's their mission now. And that's exactly what she plans to do when she decides that she's going to battle both of them to see how far they've come. Now, it's not a completed battle. It's just a similar training battle like they've had with Kabu, Freed multiple times. But yeah, it's actually really cool because we get the whole crew, except for Molly, watching them. Even Dot like comes out on the little phone and has a conversation with Murdoch, or Ludlow, and I think that's funny. But yeah, Liko and Roy are getting destroyed, obviously, by Arcanine, like, because it's a grass type, and its flamethrower is stronger than Fuecoco's. But then they start coming up with a strategy where Fuecoco is distracting it while Sprigatito runs around and scratches it. And we also see the scene where Sprigatito is using its Overgrow, and Fuecoco is using the ability of the Harsh Sunlight to increase its firepower. But yeah, they land a hit, and they cheer, and the grandma says good job, and reveals that she is leaving soon. And that's when Terapagos wakes up, all is happy, and Amithio tells not the leader, like their, I guess, vice captain, what happened with Rayquaza. Overall, this was a really good episode. I think everybody got a little time to shine, with the Roy cheering for Rayquaza, the conversation between Diana and Freed, and just the whole fight between Nico, Roy, and Diana was just interesting. And we even got a lot more Amithio this episode, after like a big gap of just explorers in general. And yeah, I'm curious where this is going to. Before I actually go into a little spoilers for Indigo Disc, I'll just rate this episode 9 out of 10. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. Now, if you guys don't want to be spoiled or don't care, if you don't care, stay. If you don't want to be spoiled, but yeah, I'm curious because in the game we see Terapagos bring back Turo and Sada, similar to how we've been seeing Lucius. So, what does that mean for the Lucius? Is it like parts in the past? Because from the game, it is implied that it's Turo and Sada from before they died, because we see that when we go back to their logbooks, it mentions you interacting with them at the Crystal Pool. So this is definitely interesting. So is the hero dead and like Paradise is like the afterlife potentially? Because first of all, Paradise was deep in Area 0, maybe where the Terra Tree is, but yeah, I don't know where that's going. I'm also curious where the Explorers is going, because the Explorers are their own original thing, and we don't know who the leader is. I have some ideas of who the leader could be. I feel like Ryer, if they want to make her evil, could be a really good candidate for the Explorer leader, and she wants to, in the game, she wants to expand Terra worldwide, and she even is doing that with her experiments. I don't know what that dome is in the Indigo Academy, and I don't know if they explain what it is, but it's definitely interesting. I also think it could potentially be an AI like Turo and Sada, where maybe that's the actual Paradise Protection Protocol, but who knows. And I feel like this is more of a letting off point, similar to like episodes in the past where it's like we see a lot, and it wraps up the story of the current arc with the Lapras and Rayquaza showing up, and just leads more into what's going to be happening in the future, where we see Voltappers explore more of the world, maybe finding the next hero Pokemon and finally getting to fight Rayquaza, and just exploring more Terapagos, because we're definitely going to end the series with seeing the full Terapagos form. So I'm curious how that's going to tie into anything, and how they're going to tie in more characters, because we're at a point where you can either tie in Arbin and like have a really good story and it makes sense, or just leave Arbin and all that out completely. But are you gonna tie in characters like Briar, Kieran, Carmine? Because you can cut them and nothing will change, or you can keep them and have a really good story with Kieran and Yuka. But yeah, overall, like I said, I like this episode. I liked how it gave every main character of the 5 we've been exploring as of late. We go Roy, Free, Diana, and Amithio, just their own time to shine, and I like what this is leading to in the future. And like I said earlier, 9 out of 10. I just want to repeat myself because it's better to end the video with the ranking. And this is technically the bonus ending if you skip. But yeah. Hope you guys like this video. Subscribe for more content like this in the future. S-Man, signing off.